Hello students, welcome to this ethics class. Today we will discuss 2013 question 3. Again, before watching this video, attempt this question at least once on your own. Some people feel that values keep changing with time and situation, while others strongly believe that there are certain universal and eternal human values. Give your perception in this regard with due justification. So let us see. Values like equality, cooperation, integrity, etc. have continuously stood test of time and have strong justifications based on reason for the universal applications. So we find that there are certain universal values, and why are they universal? Because they have continuously stood test of time and they also have strong justifications based on reason. That is why they have become universal values. These values are unlike other values like patriarchy, violence, hatred, intolerance, etc. that have failed test of reason and history. So there are also other non-universal values. Why are they non-universal? Because they have failed the test of both reason and history. However, nothing in this world, including values, does unblemished good, especially when values come in conflict. So it doesn't mean that they do unblemished good. Nothing in this world does unblemished good, especially when values come in conflict. Then the situation becomes more tricky. Then upholding values depends on time and situation. So there are certain universal values because of that test of history and reason. At the same time, the application of universal values can also change with time and situation. For example, transparency is essential value for public service. However, considering grave harm to public interest, which is a value, reasonable restriction can be placed on transparency based on national security. So here is one example. When values come in conflict, the situation becomes more tricky. For example, transparency is a very essential value, but however, considering the public interest, which is another important value, sometimes reasonable restriction can be placed on transparency, which we already do, based on national security. Similarly, violence might have to be used as last resort to defend ourselves against killers, that is self-defense to save life, which is a value, when violence is the only option left. So only for self-defense, when you do not have other options, you can use violence, because here we are trying to save life. So thus there are certain universal values and their application can also vary with time and situation based on reason. So it comes to around 143 words. So there are certain universal values and there are certain values which have failed test of history and reason. At the same time, that the application of these universal values also changes with time and situation, especially when different values come in conflict. Then the situation becomes more tricky. So similarly, you can develop your own arguments and points and examples. Ethics is a subjective paper. So that is all. Thank you.